U.S. Army creates single vaccine effective against all COVID, SARS variants.
Here's a summary of the article.
A cookie is a small piece of data that a website, when visited by a user, asks your browser to store on your device in order to remember information about you, such as your language preference or login information. Those cookies are set by us and called first-party cookies. We also use third-party cookies, which are cookies from a domain different than the domain of the website you are visiting, for our advertising and marketing efforts. We do not allow you to opt out of our certain cookies, as they are necessary to ensure the proper functioning of our website and/or to monitor site performance. These cookies are not used in a way that constitutes a sale of your data under the CCPA. You can set your browser to block or alert you about these cookies, but some parts of the site will not work as intended if you do so. We also use cookies to personalize your experience on our websites, including by determining the most relevant content and advertisements to show you, and to monitor site traffic and performance, so that we may improve our websites and your experience. You may opt out of our use of such cookies by using this toggle switch.
This post received a score of 10,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Let's see how this plays out. It's probably worth to read the entire article since it's a 2 minutes read. This is Reddit, man, we don't read articles around here.
Why read the article when the top comment will tell me what to think?
Greater than unlike existing vaccines, Walter Reed's SPFN uses a soccer ball-shaped protein with 24 faces for its vaccine, which allows scientists to attach the spikes of multiple coronavirus strains on different faces of the protein. So basically up to 24 different strain protections? Anyone? Edit, maybe I didn't format this comment correctly, but I meant this to be a serious question, which someone already answered. I've got a person thinking I'm spreading misinformation and that wasn't my intention at all. Sorry.
Does this mean the vaccine looks similar to a Buckminster fullerene molecule?
It's buckyballs all the way down.
Will I be magnetized and aligned to the North Pole? The North Pole will just be one of the 24 subtended magnetic zones you'll be able to sense.
God, I love 5G.
You think people are hesitant now? Just wait until they learn that the army has a vaccine for them. I'm sure that's gonna go well.
Honestly, I almost expect a partial flip-flop of both sides. Vaccine, from the army, just sounds weird to me, but it's not made by a pharmaceutical company and it wasn't rushed.
The Army's new recruiting strategy, in Extangue for 3 years active and 5 years inactive reserve, we will give you the final COVID vaccine.
It's phase 1 and based on an interview. Not even a press release, much less a paper. It looks promising, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I don't need details, I need vaccines. I'm already lining outside of the pharmacy.
Interesting approach. There was some recent research out of the UK that found one of the key proteins in the replication mechanism common to all coronaviruses, and it's very stable. Most mutations would render the virus unable to replicate and thus not survive. Targeting that with mRNA vaccine would be ruthlessly effective.
I'm unsure myself, but I think it would have to be something that is exposed on the virus, which is why we usually target the spike protein. Things internal to the virus could probably be really helpful because there are probably many things we could choose that are virus specific, unfortunately IDK if our immune system would recognize it. But what would I know?
Targeting internals is doable, but will only help with recovery after you get COVID. The inside proteins only get expressed on the surface after the virus enters and replicates in the cells. There is a mechanism that expresses small fragments of proteins in the cell. Targeting the external spike protein on the other hand generates neutralizing antibodies, that bind to and prevent the virus from first entering your cells. That is the ideal. Well, if you get infected anyway, there is a second chance when cells start expressing the proteins on the surface.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.